What is up, champs? We are back playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Now, in this episode, we about to get to this big trial. Now, a lot of conclusion has been going on in this game. Yesterday, all we did was collect evidence for like an hour, and that was kind of boring. But now it's about to get lit. Make sure to check out the playlist if you missed any parts. And let's get right into this.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was the one at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor.
I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then.
If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Alright, it's this Joker. Pot pie impersonator, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court.
Sir, my name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder.
Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain.
Alright, we got a... What is that object? That does not look PC friendly. But whatever. Oh, is that a body? Where's the legs at? What do you mean? Okay.
The body was found at the window here.
And the cause of death?
Loss of blood due to being stuck by a blunt object, sir. There was a statue the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon even in a girl's hands, sir.
The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue? Floor plans added to the court record.
Okay. We got a layout now. Let me look at what we got. Okay. We got a badge, which is ours, which doesn't help. So she died at 9 p.m. You have the phone call, the glass shards, thinker, wiretap, receipt, floor plans. And we have all these people. Why is the bellboy, the bellboy come into this case? Interesting. Okay, now, detective.
Yes, sir.
You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why?
Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence.
Alright. Oh wait. Let me just... Okay, let's get this started in here.
As soon as the phone call came up and I rushed to the scene, there were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. Then we saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder.
The very moment, you say?
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in the testimony.
Whoosh.
Schmack. Hey, Maya just do something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradiction in a witness testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It works a lot of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try.
Something the matter?
No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. soon as the phone call came, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. 2 people there. Okay, yeah, we know this. There's 2 people, or were there? Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between your receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime?
Right, I'd say about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got here before the killer got away.
Indeed. So, tell us who the 2 people you found on the scene were.
Yes, sir. Defendant Miss Maya Fey and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Okay, this seems about right.
I immediately missed Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describe her.
Hold on just 1 second.
Yeah?
If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct?
Did I say that? Me?
I heard you say it.
You did say it. You said it.
Exactly. What about this suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence?
What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink.
That's enough. Detective Gumshoe, do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective?
I guess pressing can have its advantages.
Yes.
Ah.
Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor.
Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again.
Hard evidence. See what this Joker got.
After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood.
This is true. Okay.
Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Oh, you like that? That's my hard evidence.
Before we begin in cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective.
Your Honor, why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know, I'm real embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor, sorry.
Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Securing the suspect.
I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood.
This is true, this is true.
So the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger.
But was the victim's finger blood tested? Oh, on which hand? Oh, on which hand was the bloody finger, Detective?
The right hand.
She was right-handed.
Nice try.
Oh, I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there.
Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name.
That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. So, I have the murder scene. I don't think I can use this necessarily. Oh, there's a door in this on the back. So maybe that could be used, but first I'm gonna press him about, Let's ask him about this.
Detective Gumshoe.
Do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name?
Sure, it happens all the time in books and in the movies.
This isn't a movie, Detective.
Oof.
let's talk about reality, shall we?
I guess. I haven't heard many cases. No.
Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name, especially the name of her own sister?
Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal.
Oh, stop right there. Stop right there.
The witness' opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accursed. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order. Order. Order.
That didn't go so well.
That's right. What he said.
That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. Let's show him this, because I don't think he's followed the whole scene. This evidence clearly reveals a contradiction in your statement, Your Honor. I was right. Let's go. How exactly are the settlement events in the statement just now related? They aren't, are they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. Okay, so, we didn't do that one correct. Well, let's just ask him about it. And did you find any evidence?
No, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen. I'm getting the good part.
I got a bad feeling about this. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body.
Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Oh, then who did write it, Smarty Pants?
Well, who? The killer.
The killer! Anyone can see that. Oh, you're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please. She was framed.
Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, pal. Well, detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood.
On the word Maya. Or maybe it's Wana. If you look at it upside down, it could be Wana. Actually, wait. If I were to flip that upside down, it'd be Ano. A-N-A-W. Anau. Which, doesn't really help my case. Unless the killer's name is Anau. So, okay. Well, if death was death was instantaneous. Okay. Okay. I think I'm gonna use this. Ha ha ha. I think we got him here, boys. Because if she died instantaneously, how could she write something? Let's go, champ. Detective Gumshoe. There's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying.
What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks, now is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have?
You have it backwards, detective.
Backwards?
The victim is the prone person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object.
She died immediately. But
no butting your way out of this one, detective. Ooh. Oh yeah, we were just in the brain. The whole brain. The cerebrum, the vertebral cortex. That part where SpongeBob runs his office in your brain. We're using all of it, okay? Big brain. Huge brain.
Order. Order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately would have had the time to write anything down.
Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when did you obtain that autopsy report?
Well, when?
The day of the murder. Or was it the day after the murder? I believe when I went back, did I get this? I think it was the day of the murder.
I'm pretty sure it was the day of the murder. You're wrong there, pal.
Fuck. Fuck.
We didn't write an autopsy report until the day after.
Oh, right. The prosecution point being that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor.
Well, what? A second autopsy report was performed yesterday at my request.
Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow.
I received these results this morning. No way.
No way.
Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine the victim did have time to write Maida. That is all.
I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve.
Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say?
The detective's a sham. You're a sham, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, I hope there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have to request a second autopsy report?
Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution.
No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court.
Understood. The court accepts this evidence.
Okay, so now we got a second autopsy report. May have lived for a few minutes. Maybe. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer.
I suppose that's the obvious conclusion. Yes.
Okay. Darn, this isn't good. That's what I was thinking.
The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes.
Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand.
Exactly what part of her is innocent? Okay, alright. It's this motherfucker. For fucking cat pose. And heart dress. And saying I have a big vocabulary. God damn. I was teased. Led astray. But if I know one thing. Justice before hose. That's just what it is. Witness, your name please?
April May, at your service. Wink.
What was that animation? God damn it. Oh my god. This is getting out of hand.
Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. And the witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Oh, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. I could say that. This is terrible. She's already captured the heart of every man in the courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
Gee, I was like in my hotel room, I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from Fay & Co. law offices.
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw. I about to poke a bunch of holes in this one.
Oh, it was like 9 at night. I looked at the window, you know?
9 at night? Damn, okay. Got nothing to tell me the time, except for the thinker. I might have to use the thinker to tell the time, but probably not.
And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. That girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. Then, that's all I saw. Every little bitsy Whitney. Wink.
This is a hard one. This is great, boys. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is remarkably solid testimony. I don't see any need to trouble the witness any. Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Fay understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding teeny faults and perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you! Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes, I'm doing it. I'm glad you proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. Well, guys, what will happen? Will I poke a bunch of holes in this cross-examination? Will I absolutely fail to the charms of this dastardly woman? Will the courtroom's affirmations succeed in denying the truth of justice? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe. Just remember, justice before hose. And if you're still here, hit that subscribe button. Peace.